Talking about the benefits for SMEs in UAE, Mr. Vikas, I'd like to know why should a small or a medium business in the UAE consider switching to Tally Prime Cloud Access, and what's in it for them to gain?
So when it comes to cloud infrastructure, right? What we observed is it is mostly the large corporates, who would want to host their own servers, keeping in mind the security, the accessibility, and there's a huge investment required if you have to privately host your own service, right? And that is where the need of continuous accessibility is continuously rising among the SMEs, and they want the same amount of infra, they want the same amount of security.
Right.
And that is where, as a service provider or as a business solution provider, we thought no SME should be deprived of this facility, right? Because in this continuous evolving world, every SME also needs the same amount of infra and same amount of data requirement to do business, right? And that is why the whole idea of Tally Prime Cloud Access, it is very, very, first of all, it is very, very easy.
Yeah.
It is the most secure solution. And it's the most affordable solution. So that this is a time where, all the businesses need to start using this opportunity to bring their business on Tally Prime Cloud Access.
Wonderful. This is a great viable opportunity for sure. But Mr. Anupam, let's say a branch in Dubai enters an order and the head office is in Abu Dhabi and it needs to take an action immediately. Can Tally Prime handle this smoothly between the Emirates?
Absolutely. So like Vikas was saying, just to add to what he said, the whole concept of Tally Prime Cloud Access is providing a virtual machine to a business, which hosts the data as well as the Tally Prime license. And it is as if the business is using Tally Prime in its own office network. So all users of that business are accessing Tally Prime and the data on one single machine, which is a virtual machine. So when a user in Dubai or Sharjah or wherever enters, say for example, an order in Tally Prime, it goes and sits in that same machine which is being accessed by, say, the head office in Abu Dhabi, which can take immediate action. For example, execute the order.
Correct.
Now this gives tremendous boost to the speed of business.
Right.
And ultimately that is what every businessman wants.
Right. एक real case scenario अगर हम ले सके तो it will be really nice if you could share some example. Let's say an airline industry or for example a travel industry or a hospitality industry. If they are bound to use, I'm sure they are using it already. If a real case scenario had to be shared, Anupam sir, will you be able to share that with us?
So one example which I just now said, I would like to repeat that because it's one of the most common and most critical examples. So what happens is that when an order is received from a customer, say in a branch, that branch enters the order and then probably emails it to the head office for execution. And then there is a gap of say a few hours or maybe days. That email may get lost, that email may not get received. When you are using Tally Prime Cloud Access, there is virtually no chance of this happening. Because the head office, it happens instantly. The head office sees the order instantly and is bound to execute it instantly.
Right.
So
for SMEs, this is a game changer. This is for MSMEs also. And will it be, acceptable for higher companies as well?
Yeah. I mean, if a SME is able to operate it, large corporation definitely will get the key benefit of all the Tally users. Just to add to an example, what Anupam ji was mentioning, is like if I'm a business owner, I'm on the move, right? Or if I'm a salesperson, I'm on the move. I will just met a customer, place an order on Tally Prime Cloud Access, and my warehouse immediately gets to see. Okay, the order is there and the dispatch is almost ready. It is instantaneous. It is that instantaneously. Right? So that's how the benefit comes in.
Yeah.
Right? Accessing data anytime, anywhere.
Oh, superb. And this is why 15 minutes में grocery हमें मिल रही है. Is that one of the reasons? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. That's
Tap
how the
to
technology
deliver.
works.
So as a business owner, I'm sure they want to know that, Tally Prime Cloud Access, how to get started. Is it super easy because simplicity is the key for Tally?
As you mentioned, the tagline says "Power of Simplicity." That's our logo tagline, and it is as easy if you're an existing customer, and I'm sure you're already in relationship with any of our Tally partners. Just speak to them, and they will just take you through the entire process and get started. If you are a new business, you can just visit our website, or you can call 800 Tally. That's our toll-free number, 800-82559, or get in touch with us. Get in touch with the business partner. There are multiple channels, and you would get to started in a fraction of minutes.
Wonderful.
That's how easy it is.
And I mean, they can do it themselves, or they need a tech expert?
There's no tech expert required.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cakewalk. You just go there, do some small process, and as I mentioned, the partners are there to help them out. They don't have to worry about anything. If they want to do it themselves, they can get in touch with us on our toll-free number. They will guide them the entire simple process, and there's no tech expertise required to manage the entire show.
Excellent.
All right. So, Mr. Anupam, in terms of businesses, I mean, all business owners ask this one question: is it affordable? And how much does Tally Prime Cloud Access actually cost? And what's the worth of it?
So, firstly, fully agreed.
Okay.
One of the prime things that keep running in a businessman's mind is that when I want to adopt some new technology, will it be affordable?
Yeah.
Of course, it has to be useful, but will it be affordable? For the past 3.5 decades, our philosophy and mission has been to provide cutting-edge technology to SMEs at affordable prices, and we continue to do so. So in line with this philosophy, we are offering Tally Prime Cloud Access at extremely affordable prices, which is starting from 63 dirhams per user per month only.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
Fantastic. We'll continue the conversation. अगर आपके पास कोई भी सवाल है, we have the leadership team of Tally in our studios. बस आपको WhatsApp करना है आपका सवाल, which is 0586861003, or you can give us a call 800-81003. This is the launch of Tally Prime Cloud Access. So big thank you to Tally as well. सुनते रहिए Talk 100.3.
This is Talk 100.3.
Tally Prime Cloud Access की बातें हो रही है. निकिता, क्या समझ में आया अभी तक आपको?
हाँ, माइक ऑन नहीं था पहले. नहीं, I mean, it's a great cloud solution that has been provided by Tally, especially for all business owners. Whether you are, in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, or even if you're in Azerbaijan, you can get connected instantly, and it's quite affordable. Yeah, it's just a little over 60 dirhams, and great for any business owner to start looking at cloud access in terms of enhancing their business.
We got a question from Badri.
Yeah.
उन्होंने पूछा कि will the software also be web based? Vikas ji, will you be able to answer this?
So when we say the concept of web-based, it is not a browser-based entry. That is a key benefit what we are driving. The app is hosted on the server, and that is how you get to access it at the cloud. The key advantage what you get is the speed of operationality. It is like, as Anupam ji mentioned also, it is like you are as good as working on your own PC.
Right.
So when you say web-based, it is accessible on your browser,
Right.
but through an application.
Yeah.
Through an application. Nice. Moving on to other questions.
Yes, so I just have a question for you, Mr. Vikas, in terms of business owners. I mean, what if a business owner wants to give access to a certain team member? How many members, and is that possible with Tally Cloud Access?
So as I was mentioning earlier, it is purely up to a business owner to define security rights and accessibility rights for every user based on his own requirement. So he can, if you're an accountant, if you're a sales manager, there are different profiles of the job which is happening in an organization, and based on their business requirement, he can define the access and control the access. So that is very much possible to be done. And sorry, what was the?
I mean, is it only to certain team members that the access can be given, or is that possible to multiple people?
No, so it can start from one user to
As
as many users as possible.
Oh, wonderful.
Unlimited users. Again, based on every user, his own requirement, the access can be defined.
Okay.
Right, एक और question आया है.
Yeah.
I'm working in an accounting firm. Our accountants are in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and the boss is in Canada. We bought Tally Gold, but it is not working in Pakistan and Canada. Will Tally work in Pakistan and Canada also?
Absolutely. So Tally Prime Cloud Access solves this problem very well.
Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier, a virtual machine is given to every customer.
Okay.
So this the caller, I don't know his name.
इनका नाम है उज़ैर.
Uzair, when you buy TallyPrime Cloud Access, your TallyPrime Gold license will be hosted on this virtual machine.
Okay.
And your users, whether they are in Canada or Pakistan or wherever, they can access this license and the data very easily through internet.
So boss को सारा information मिल जाएगा.
One small thing I would like to add is that the license has to be an international license.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is why he's not able to access it now, but now he will be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It has to be seen what kind of license he's using.
Right. Another question: does Tally data entry and reconciliation? Does Tally do data entry and reconciliation? Not sure what the question is. Asif का ये message आया है.
So data entry is definitely possible. And reconciliation, by reconciliation, what exactly do you mean?
अपने आप ही balance sheet tally हो जाएगी.
Yeah, of course. The moment.
कोई suspense account बनाने की जरूरत नहीं.
Absolutely. I think that may be what he's trying to ask.
Yeah.
So the moment you enter a transaction in Tally, all your books of accounts and your reports and your balance sheet, everything is ready. So there is no concept of reconciliation as such. The only concept of reconciliation comes when the business is working with, say, the bank.
Okay.
So there is a concept of bank reconciliation, which also you can do in Tally.
Right.
Yeah.
So, talking about TallyPrime Cloud Access, what went behind the scenes, Vikas ji, if you could share a little bit about that as well, the idea, how did it come about as well?
So as I was mentioning, today businesses have to be updated and in constant touch with their business data. So although the technology is always available with Tally, but we still found the need where, as I told, the small and medium businesses wanted to have their infrastructure, the accessibility, the security, right? And that is where we have been working, as Anupam mentioned, we've been working from almost quite some time now. And once we were thoroughly okay that the technology is in line with the philosophy of the organization,
Right.
that is where now we are ready to launch, and we're launching it today. And a lot of hard work has gone in to ensure that there is no hard work for the customer. It is easy. He does not. One of the key philosophy of product has always been that a business owner does not have to learn the product, right? Business owner needs to manage his business, not learn my product.
Right.
So the complexity is what we will absorb, and the business owner just focuses on his business and gets the best advantage of the product.
Anupam ji, we say that it's a game changer for businesses in the UAE. Now, when we say that, what are those aspects you think that will definitely bring in that improvement in a business owner's life when he accesses TallyPrime Cloud Access?
Yeah. So earlier, just a few minutes ago, the example which I gave of an order being entered in one branch and executed immediately, real time by the head office. So that is one beautiful thing which will give speed to every business.
Okay.
And speed is the most critical aspect of business today.
Okay.
Now, another very important scenario which was coming to my mind, a use case you can call it, is that of a chartered accountant or a tax practitioner who are giving assistance to SMEs.
Right.
Now, today what is happening is that an SME has to share his data, his Tally data, with his CA or tax practitioner offline. He takes a backup and sends it by email or whatever means, and then the CA takes some time to study, to audit and give his observations, and then action is taken. And in that meanwhile, already data has been entered.
Wow.
So then there is a gap between what the CA has and what the SME has. So there is a whole lot of confusion. Now this problem can be solved because both the CA and the business can be working on the same data
Wow.
at the same time.
Oh, this
Brilliant,
is a
yeah.
brilliant example जो आपने दिया है.
Yeah. So whatever changes the CA wants to make, he can make it there on the same data, and the business owner can view those changes immediately.
Wow, that's an instant access, just a click and you can see what changes have been made.
And this is what is required in the UAE as well, when compliance is really
Yeah.
stricter and stricter as well. You don't want any data being lost in, transition.
Yes.
But compliance factor में अगर देखा जाए तो how is it going to help the businesses as well now, Vikas ji?
So compliance as a product, TelePrime as a product, has we have always been leaders in providing the compliance requirement right from the day VAT was introduced in 2018, right, and to the time now corporate tax is already in place. Tally has always been a leader in providing the compliance requirement. And TelePrime Cloud Access is a concept of accessibility. So whatever compliance needs are there are already fulfilled by the product.
Okay.
So the user need not worry about that, or not only for today, but in future also, if any compliance is getting introduced, Tally will always be the front runner in providing the right solution.
Amazing. Yeah, Anupam sir.
Vivek, talking about compliance, I would like to highlight one very, very important aspect. You listeners would be happy to know that the data center that we are providing to SMEs for TelePrime Cloud Access are located in UAE.
Oh, excellent.
So currently there are no strict regulations which require the data to be hosted in the UAE, but you never know, in the future such regulations can come, and so we are prepared for that.
Oh, excellent. अगर आपके पास भी कोई सवाल, you can always send us a WhatsApp or you can give us a call. To give us a call, 800-81003 या WhatsApp 0586861003. This is Talk SME Essentials and it is the launch of Tally Prime Cloud Access. सुनते रहिए. Day break आप सुन रहे हैं. Tally Solutions bring to you Talk SME Essentials every alternate Mondays, and today we are launching Tally Prime Cloud Access. और जब हम कहते हैं that it's going to be a game changer, it is definitely the kind of examples, the use case scenarios जो हमने discuss किया, it is phenomenal. Mr. Vikas Panchal, General Manager, MENA region हमारी स्टूडियो में. Also Mr. Anupam Joggani, Head of Sales Development हमारी स्टूडियो में. आपके questions आप भेज सकते हैं 0586861003. Now we got a question. So now there is no need to get a Tally server license. Instead, we can use cloud solution for different branches across UAE. Anupam sir?
Well, if the question is about Tally Prime server, and I think that is the question which the caller is asking, you definitely need a Tally Prime server license. The only difference is that the Tally Prime server license will now get installed on the virtual machine and not in your office machine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So the need for the license will always be there.
Right. So ये जो question था on-premise license, you've answered this, I think.
Yeah.
On-premise license रहेगा or everything will be cloud-based now?
No. The license will get installed on the virtual machine, not on the premises.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the only difference. If the customer wants to continue using on his premises, he doesn't need the Tally Prime Cloud Access.
Right.
So just to add to Anupamji's this thing and on-premise thing, Tally Prime Cloud Access is an addition to the existing Tally Prime on-premise license.
Excellent.
Right?
Yeah.
So currently what we observed in the market is there are solutions which are only either on-premise or only on cloud. Right? Now there are a lot of still business users or business owners, right? They still prefer to have their data with them. They don't want it on cloud. They want it on their laptop in terms of security or for whatever reasons, right? So that will continue. So Tally has the advantage, being a Tally customer, you have an advantage of that. If you want to use an on-premise license, which is currently also possible, that will continue. If you want to also ensure that I want to be connected to cloud and I want to access it from anywhere, anytime, Tally Prime Cloud Access is also available. So you have a choice to choose what solution you want to look into.
This brings, I think, enough power to nomad digital, sector of work as well. You are accessing your computer, your work, sitting on a beach, and this is very much possible as a business owner. You could do this.
Absolutely, you can. So, like I said, just to repeat again for listeners who may not have heard me, the concept is very simple. The Tally Prime license and the business data resides on a virtual machine, and which is dedicated to every business. So instead of the data and the license being in your office, it is on a virtual machine, which can be accessed 24/7 from anywhere.
Amazing.
I mean, talking about Tally Prime Cloud Access in terms of the accessibility with a business growing, can Tally Prime Cloud Access grow with the business as it expands? So I'm having one business, I'm moving on to another business, and then trying to integrate all of them together. Is that possible?
Absolutely. That's the beauty of Tally. That Tally also grows along with you.
Right.
So you are a startup, for example, and you are. I'm when you're a startup, I am the one man show.
Right.
I have my laptop and I do everything.
Yeah.
So I install Tally either on my laptop or on Cloud Access and keep on using it. Tomorrow, with all the perseverance and everything, I grow from a 1-person organization to a 50-person team, right? And I want to give access to all the 50 members. You need to just give them the user rights,
Okay.
right? And you create the X amount of users based on the requirement of a user, provide the accessibility, provide restriction, and you don't have to buy any other, no new module, no new software. That your Tally Prime itself will you can keep on adding the number of users which are required to grow your business.
Wonderful.
Right, but not everybody needs that access, or is it that extremely important? Depending on the business, case to case, it differs.
So it is also based on what access you want to give. Again, to a sales manager, you just want to give an access where he can prepare an invoice or
Correct.
have a look at the stock inventory.
Correct.
You don't want to give an access for P&L or trial balance or anything else.
मतलब उसे पता चल जाएगा उसका कमीशन कितना है.
वो तो अपने आप बैकएंड में कैलकुलेट कर ही रहा होगा. But having said that,
But to tally that with the companies.
but you can always restrict those reports which you don't want a certain user to look into. Right?
Okay.
And you can just give them access of what are reports are required for him, which is easier for him as well. It is not a matter. It is not for restrict anything. It is also that too much of information is useless and dangerous sometimes.
True.
Right?
True.
It is as a user, I would only want to have access to what I need.
Yeah.
Right. And life becomes easier for me. I just open and just see, okay, this is the inventory. I want to make a sales invoice. Just go and make a sales invoice.
Right.
And the warehouse guy needs to have a look at, okay, how many sales order I've got and what is the dispatch I need to do.
Yeah.
So
it's
life becomes easier for him.
It's a
right?
customized access
It's
rather
a
than
it's a
restricting
customized access.
Yeah.
So
Right.
to make the life easier.
Yeah.
But Anupam sir, would love to know from you as well. The companies who use, SMEs who use, I'm sure that they must have really felt a great change in their operations as well. Have you noticed any companies using it, small medium enterprises or MSMEs using cloud service and really changing their scope of business?
Yes, absolutely. So 4 years ago, I was in India.
Oh, nice.
And, I have migrated to Dubai only 4
COVID
years
ke
ago.
baad, yeah.
At the time of COVID, peak
Oh,
COVID.
wow. Okay.
Wonderful. to
September
have you here.
2020.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So in India, I have been associated with Tally since it was born, like 3.5 decades ago.
Okay.
And I have worked with thousands of SMEs. So this need has been there. Now with COVID coming, the need grew exponentially. So people wanted to work on Tally Prime from their homes. And that is when we actually saw the seriousness of this need coming.
Okay.
And as far as businesses taking advantage of cloud solutions is concerned, yes, people have been using Tally Prime on cloud, but those solutions have been third-party solutions, not coming from the company. So this is the first time that we are offering from our side, which makes our solution very reliable and coming from a principal company. At the same time, our data center is in UAE and coming from one of the leaders in cloud infrastructure technology, that is AWS.
Right.
So I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I probably wanted to listen to some success story of a small business, rising up the ranks because of the service that they use, a cloud service, and how it changed and, how they entered the big space market as well.
Yes.
Any success story if you could recollect since you worked with?
I don't remember names, but yes, there were a few customers in India, in Calcutta, Bombay, Delhi. I know a few customers, and they started off very small, like Vikas mentioned, one-man army.
One man.
And then they slowly started growing. Their business started growing, and initially the way they worked was sharing data offline.
Okay.
So I am talking about times when data was shared in floppy disks, and then
Wow. और courier वाला लेके जा रहा है.
yes, and then CDs came in, and then pen drives came in. So again, to repeat what I said a few minutes ago, there was chaos. Chaos used to happen because the data I sent today would reach my branch office or my CA after 2 days or 3 days, and by that time I would have entered a lot many transactions, which made that data actually redundant,
Irrelevant. Yeah.
irrelevant. So I saw people moving to cloud solutions and solving all these problems, because these issues actually are obstacles in the path of growth.
Right.
They consume a lot of time and lot of effort. So ultimately it all comes down to saving time and effort.
Correct.
So which a cloud solution helps in solving.
Amazing. And this is what Tally Prime Cloud Access is about. अगर आपके पास कोई भी सवाल, you can always send us a WhatsApp 0586861003 और आप हमें फोन भी कर सकते हैं 800-81003.
Talk 100.3.
Vikas Panchal हमारे स्टूडियो में, and also we have Anupam Joggani with us, and we are discussing about Tally Prime Cloud Access. Now आज launch है, तो how are you going to enable 55,000 customers? क्या ये already हो चुका है विकास जी?
So there's not much of enablement requirement, but in terms of awareness, so today being the launch, we are doing a webinar today at 4 o'clock. You can go on our website and register. We have already enabled our call center, that is tele support, 800-82559. So any customer who is calling the number, they'll be able to get the right access. We are going to do a multiple round of events with the different partners, and we are going to do multiple webinars just to create that awareness that this solution is available and how easy and simple is for a user to start adopting. And partners are always there. So if you're an existing customer, you are already in touch with one of our tele partners, so they will be the right person to give you the right solution or the right information.
Right. And this is a subscription model as well. 65 dirhams is what Anupam sir
Yeah,
said?
63 dirhams
63.
per user per month. And it's one of the most affordable solution which has a complete business management software available.
Amazing. Fantastic. What great effort must have gone to, bring this service to all the business owners. Tally Prime Cloud Access जरूर access कीजिएगा, जरूर find out कीजिए इसके बारे में. It is time for rapid fire now.
Yes. So Anupam ji and Vikas ji, we have to have this with you because you're here together today. So in terms of cloud, if you think of cloud as one word, how do you describe cloud in one word?
I would say not 2 words, anywhere, anytime.
Yes.
One word if possible.
One word, accessibility.
Great.
Nice.
I think
And for Anupam,
that
he read your
fits.
mind, is it?
Read your mind. Telepathy ho gaya.
Yes.
Okay. What's the coolest thing about Tally Prime Cloud Access?
That is coming from Tally.
Okay. Of course.
Wonderful.
No, but the coolest thing is one of the most easiest solution to use, one of the most affordable solution to use, meant for SMEs.
Okay. Yep. And Mr. Anupam, what about you? What do you have to say about
Coolest thing.
The coolest thing about Tally Prime Cloud Access?
Simple.
Simple. Very nice. What's the one big myth about using cloud access solutions?
Myth is that it's not secured, it's complicated. That's what the SMEs have that feeling that it won't be secured, it will be very complicated.
Right.
I would have to put a huge infrastructure to manage it.
Okay.
But that's really a myth.
And what about you, Mr. Anupam?
Another myth is it is expensive.
Okay.
So MSMEs have always stayed away from cloud solutions. One of the prime reasons has been that they have always felt that cloud solutions are expensive. So that myth we are trying to break.
Nice.
So the next question would be in the rapid fire. If you owned a small business, what's the first thing you'd use for Tally Prime Cloud Access? And why would you use the Tally Prime Cloud Access for?
Make a sales invoice.
Simple, easy.
मतलब business शुरू, पैसा अंदर.
एकदम.
भाई मैं तो बिजनेस ओनर के हिसाब से सोचता हूँ आई वुड व्यू रिपोर्ट्स
Nice.
कि सेल किया तो कितना किया.
Tea or coffee while working on the cloud?
Yeah, correct. Tea. I'm already thinking.
मेरा कॉफी पी रहा था मैंने कॉफी गिरा दी मैंने यार आपने चाय कैसे बोल दिया?
No, but you're part of the chai club. That's nice, Mr. Vikas.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Anupam?
Absolutely coffee.
Divided clubbing. One reason why UAE businesses should make the switch today to Tally Prime Cloud Access.
I would put it, why not?
Okay.
The reason is it gives you what you need, right? In terms of accessibility, affordability, security. So I don't find any reason why should a business not switch over.
Okay. And
For Anupam, sir.
To add to what Vikas said, I agree with all his points. One very, very important point for me would be that the data center is in UAE.
Right. You kept mentioning, this is the second time you mentioned.
Yeah.
So is this a big puller for a lot of businesses to, trust in terms of security, the data that they're dealing in?
Yes. So firstly, security definitely because your data is in the country where you reside in. And secondly, like I said, regulations can change anytime. So
You should be prepared.
You should be absolutely prepared. Yeah.
It's a great day for everyone at Tally. And Vikas ji and Anupam ji, a big congratulations to you. You are making everyone's life very easy, very simplified as well. So बहुत shukriya from their end as well.
No, thank you so much. It's really a pleasure to always be on your show and guide and educate our users and customers. It's absolutely our pleasure.
So tallyprime.ae, that's the website where people can access and get to know more about, or what's...
That's tallysolutions.com.
Okay.
Tallysolutions.com, that's the website. जहाँ पे आपको सारा detail मिल जाएगा.
Absolutely.
And they can always give a call.
And we have a social media handle at @TallyMENA.
Okay.
So you could follow us there on Insta.
And how do they contact you over the phone lines?
So we have our support number, Tallycare number, that's 800 Tally. That is 800 82559.
Okay.
Or they can visit our website and put a question there.
Yes.
And we'll be in there.
Right.
That's great.
And how are the celebrations happening in the cloud? Or it's a big day. It's a launch.
Yes. Right now we are all on the cloud.
Excellent. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Vikas ji, Anupam ji, a pleasure to have you in our studios.
Thank you so
No,
much.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so
us.
much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Sunte rahiye. Talk 100.3.